It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. A man who tortured a young girl over a 3-day period at Aberglasslyn before she finally died will spend at least 28 years behind bars before being deported back to Africa. The 33-year-old was sentenced in Newcastle Supreme Court yesterday for murdering his 12-year-old stepdaughter in 2015. The Herald reports he was spared a life sentence after writing a letter to his solicitor last year in which he described his actions as a monstrosity, referring to himself as all things evil and telling his solicitor to stop trying to mitigate his actions. Police believe a man who died in a single car crash at Rathmines may have suffered a medical episode in the moments before the crash. The 65-year-old died at the scene after his car slammed into a power pole on Dorrington Road just after 4:30 yesterday afternoon. Sergeant Dave Rose says investigations into the crash are continuing.
Officers attached to Lake Macquarie Police District with the assistance from the Crash Investigation Unit established a crime scene and commenced their inquiries into the circumstances surrounding the incident. Now, initial inquiries suggest the man may have suffered a medical episode. A report will be prepared for the coroner, but police have urged anyone with information about this incident to contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000.
A man has been taken to the John Hunter Hospital with a broken collarbone after getting into a fight with a housemate at Broadmeadow. Police and paramedics were called to a boarding house in Gosford Road just before 12:30 this morning, where they found the victim had been knocked unconscious and was bleeding. He regained consciousness a short time later, and police arrested the alleged assailant, who's now assisting police with their inquiries. The Tomaree Ratepayers Association is leading the fight against a Port Stephens Council plan to increase building height limits in the Nelson Bay CBD. Council wants to more than double the height limits, arguing it would be a massive boost for tourism. However, the association says Nelson Bay doesn't need or want high-rise tourism developments, saying visitors come to the area for the coastal village atmosphere of the bay. Tonight's meeting starts from 7 p.m. at the Nelson Bay Bowling Club. A $15,000 scholarship is being offered to first-year apprentices around the Hunter who are suffering from financial or personal hardship. The Bert Scholarship will offer support over a 3-year period and aims to stop young apprentices from dropping out of their training in a time when vocational skills are in high demand. Parliamentary Secretary for the Hunter, Scott MacDonald, says the extra $5,000 a year could be a key factor in making sure people complete their apprenticeships.
There's not a lot of income in those early years as an apprentice. This $5,000 a year just might make the difference for them continuing on with that training. That can be living expenses, it could be some tools, it could be transport, travelling to get to their employment, anything like that, just to help overcome some of those financial or personal hardships.
Recognised for her outstanding work campaigning for marriage equality and founding the Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays group, Michelle Lancey has been awarded the Newcastle Woman of the Year. The proud winner has lobbied state and federal parliamentarians for LGBT legal rights, marched with PFLAG at Mardi Gras, and regularly speaks at conferences about marriage equality. Michelle Lancey says the work of PFLAG goes a long way.
It's a parent support group for families that are struggling to come to acceptance of their LGBTIQ children.
Sport for our sponsor, PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
Former Newcastle Jets striker Andrew Nabbout is expected to be named in Australia's preliminary squad for the 2018 World Cup today. Selection would come after a bittersweet signing with Japanese club Urawa Red Diamonds. Nabbout has told NBN he has Jets CEO Laurie McKenna to thank after giving him the opportunity to play at Newcastle.
A few years ago, I came back from Malaysia and he was the only one that was willing to give me an opportunity here, and he resurrected my career. So, I owe everything to him, and especially Ernie. He's put me on the right path to become successful.
Hunter basketball star Ben Simmons equalled his NBA career best 15 assists after his Philadelphia 76ers fizzled in their loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. The Australian rookie scored 12 points and 5 rebounds, but couldn't hold out for the win, with his side totalling 26 turnovers. And Newcastle's Meg Bailey will don the green and gold uniform for the first time after being named in the Australian swim team for the 2018 Commonwealth Games. And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 6, 18, 13, 24, 11 and 9, and the supplementaries are 23 and 33. 2NURFM News Time, 25 to 9.